What is up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Elliott Delp.
I'm Sparky.
Back again like you never left. And today we're going to be talking about AR-15 upgrades, kind of how to better improve your rifle for whatever your application may be. The goal with this is, imagine you have already bought your rifle. You have it set up how you want it. You have all the other utensils, whatever, mags and training equipment and stuff like that. But now you're getting to the point where you're like, I want the rifle to be better, or I want to be performing better with the rifle. That's what this video is for. We're going to give you guys some options and some things to think about. These are not the end all be all. And obviously your use case will dictate a lot of how all of this will work in the end game for you. But we're just hoping to provide some insight if you are looking to upgrade certain features of your firearm. Before we do, there's some big things we got to talk about. First thing is basement operator. You should head on over to basement operator because we have all kinds of builds over there that might give you guys some ideas on how you want to improve your rifle. A lot of them have different purposes. So there's a lot to choose from. So there's a lot to look at. Colt, 801 Weapon Works. This rifle here on the table was built by Colt over at 801 Weapon Works. The man's a kick-ass firearm builder. And you know, we have to show him some love. He's an awesome dude and he makes really good firearms. And if you need anything, you can always go check him out. Next thing we have to talk about is the supporters of the channel, because they keep the lights on for us and make sure that, you know, Sparky doesn't go hungry here.
Don't look like it.
Yeah. Big one, you know, True Shot. We got to thank them. They're the ammo supporter here on the channel. If you want to go check out True Shot, head on over to basementoperator.com/links, and there you can find a link to True Shot. And they have everything over there. Anything you need from training ammo, hunting ammo, precision shooting, all of it's over there. So go check out True Shot. Big thank you to them. And another big supporter of the channel is Tac Pack. Tac Pack makes Sparky feel like a little boy every single month by making,
I'm a real boy.
by making sure he has cool stuff. Tac Pack is a monthly subscription service that ships all kinds of tactical gear, whether it be knives, AR parts, you know, all kinds of cool stuff.
T-shirt, stickers.
Yeah, you name it, Tac Pack will ship it. Monthly, they're a big supporter here on the channel. We've been using them for quite some time and we're big fans. So thank you to Tac Pack. We're gonna kind of talk about this, in our opinion, as the most important upgrades first.
That we believe.
That we believe. We would love for you to comment down below.
But be kind.
And tell, no, be kind to me. I have a gentle heart. And let us know what you think, because we would love to know, because we're always learning, right? We are not the end all be all.
None of this is gospel.
Yes. So take all of this with a grain of salt, but we hope you enjoy.
We're some average Joe.
So the first thing that I like to recommend for a improvement to the rifle itself,
which should probably go into when you buy the rifle. This upgrade should go into when you're buying it.
Yeah, this is a very in-depth upgrade. So, but it is a valid upgrade nonetheless, is a barrel swap. So we're starting out heavy, but if your rifle is not giving you the accuracy that you want, and you have maybe bought like a $500 rifle or something that's a little bit less expensive, a barrel upgrade will do a lot for you, because accuracy is derived from the barrel. And
for the most part.
For the most part, there's a lot of stuff that goes into it. Like
we're oversimplifying a lot.
We're oversimplifying it, but for the most part, a barrel swap will improve the accuracy of your firearm. We like to gravitate towards cold hammer forged barrels. That's just for our purpose. They aren't super accurate, but we like, when we're doing swaps, that's one of the things we look for. It's just because they're more heavy duty.
That's just like the first thing on the list.
Yeah, it's a heavy duty barrel. Now, you can get more accurate barrels from like stainless steel barrels. So if your whole purpose is sole accuracy, I don't know if a cold hammer forged barrel would be right for you, but for most of the things that we do,
it's like
we
all around.
Yeah, exactly. Some of the brands we like Ballistic Advantage. They are starting to produce cold hammer forged barrels. Daniel Defense has cold hammer forged barrels. If you can find a cold hammer forged barrel from FN, they're pretty nice. But the barrel is part of the soul of the gun, and having a good quality barrel is really important. Make sure that when you get the barrel, it's for your use case. Some barrels, like we had mentioned, are more tactically oriented. You won't get the best accuracy out of them, but they are durable barrels. I'm thinking of like Seekins barrels and stuff like that, Faxon barrels for accuracy. So it's really all over the place, but a barrel swap will do a lot for a firearm and improving it. Sparky, you want to talk about the next thing?
Yeah, I would say probably building off of that, I'd probably go with the trigger. Now, a trigger doesn't necessarily mean, oh, I got this, you know, bougie guysy trigger in here. Doesn't automatically make the firearm more accurate.
It makes you make the firearm
it
more.
Can make you
shoot the rifle better.
Shoot the rifle better. It doesn't automatically make you a better shooter because you have a trigger that's 3 times. Like I've seen guys with mil-spec 7 to 8 pound triggers outshoot guys with 3.5 pound triggers. It's not gonna automatically make you a better shooter, but if you have the basics and you can do it, you'll notice the difference by going to a better trigger. And that even goes into like single stage, 2 stage, like whatever you want to do. I prefer a 2 stage. You like more of a single stage for the most part, right?
Yep.
So it's all, you have that preference too.
Yeah, it's a shooter preference. And I say a trigger goes a long way. Like we had mentioned, it doesn't necessarily make the rifle more accurate.
It's quality of life. And if you're on a target and it has a much crisper break and like, you know,
a lighter break,
then you could be more accurate if you're doing the right things right. Now, obviously, if you got that thing, you know, hugged up in there and you're just
yanking it,
you're like, I'd hate, you know, the way you pull a trigger sometimes, a lot of money. I'd hate to pick your nose with that thing.
So,
it's got, you know, but yeah, like, all kidding aside, it can make you can help you in your performance of shooting the gun.
So for trigger recommendations, for a drop-in single stage trigger, I like CMC, Rise. Then if you're wanting to really spend some money, Geisley's always like the way to go. And then LaRue, Sparky likes his LaRue triggers.
I got a couple LaRues. I like them for the most part. And like, cause depending on the application, like flat face trigger, which that's another thing. But like Rise, Trigger Tech, LaRue, Geisley, like Timney. That's a little pricier, but
the big names out there are usually safe bets in our opinion. We've found a lot of success in those. This one right here, this rifle has a Geisley in it, and this is a 6mm arc. This is more of a long range precision. I don't want to say precision setup, but it is intended for that. And the Geisley goes a long way in having a real nice, easy, crisp pull, which I think benefits me a lot when I'm doing more precise shots.
Yeah, for sure.
Another important improvement that I think is very valuable is having a good handguard. For a ton of different reasons. Free floating the barrel improves accuracy, but also having a sturdy rail system that you can trust and is reliable is also very important. And then depending on your application, whatever it may be, having a longer rail, a shorter rail, a rail with more M-lock, a quad rail, all of that can improve your rifle for you in a lot of different ways.
It's gonna be like quality of life. Like you'll be able to more comfortably and more efficiently grip the rifle if you have the right rail for your application.
Right.
Like I said, having more M-lock. Like for me, like if I was gonna run a rifle, I'm not a big quad rail guy myself. Like I'd rather have a little bit slimmer M-lock, and you got more options. To me, it looks cleaner. But
I mean, we ran into this just today. So we have a Daniels Defense with a 7-inch rail. The rail system's not long enough. It can't accommodate all of our stuff. It's making us shoot it in a little bit more of an awkward stance. And a different rail system and gas system would improve it a lot. So the handguard is a really important aspect of the rifle that a lot of people sometimes look over, but it can really change the feel of the rifle, how the rifle performs for you, and then how you use the rifle.
Because they'll give you more options and give you a better, like more comfortable way to grip the rifle.
So handguard suggestions, Midwest Industries makes a nice handguard, Daniel Defense, Geisley, Centurion. I mean, obviously the big names out there do a really good job and we've had a lot of success with. Sparky, do you have anything to add to that?
No, and I think this kind of ties in back with barrels. When you're picking the rifle, I would consider barrel and handguard right off the bat when I'm purchasing the rifle.
If you can.
If you can
afford to be picky about that. Yeah. Next thing we kind of want to talk about is recoil management, and then also being able to reacquire targets quicker, better, and having just overall better experience while shooting the firearm can go a long way in how it performs. So I like to improve a muzzle device of some sort, whether that be a suppressor or a brake. I tend to lean not towards brakes anymore.
Yeah.
I am a can guy. I love a suppressor, a good suppressor, one that knocks off flash, knocks off recoil.
Not dead air?
Yeah, knocks off flash, knocks off recoil, and improves the overall shooting experience. But with that being said, you have to be careful with them because they do affect how your rifle performs. And so you want to make sure that whatever suppressor or brake or however it is positively impacting your firearm. And if it doesn't, you need to either figure out why that it's screwing with your rifle, screwing with the harmonics of it, or, you know,
or if you have a rifle that doesn't have adjustable gas block or adjustable gas system, you throw a suppressor on it and you didn't buy the right suppressor for your rifle and application, you're gonna have issues.
And then that comes to tuning your gas system, or if you don't want to tune your gas system, you can start adjusting, but like it's a rabbit hole, but
it can help you.
It can help you. We really enjoy when you have a suppressor, and a suppressor that works really well. It is a very big improvement on the firearm and on how it can perform.
And I would say, like, for a first-time shooter, you give them a suppressed rifle, they're gonna enjoy it more because you're not getting that concussion, you know, off from, you know, depending on the device you got, and it's gonna help with the recoil, like you said, keep it down. Or if you don't want to go to have a suppressor, just buy a nice muzzle device, like a 4-prong, 3-prong, something like that knocks the flash off, but also dissipates the gas in a way that it's comfortable for you to shoot and it doesn't kill the guy beside you because of the overpressure.
Yeah, a lot of people I see go tank brake, and they are brutal. And now I get like,
I understand it.
I get why like long range shooters and stuff like that have these crazy brakes, but it can be a lot sometimes.
If you're the guy beside him, it's like, golly, this guy. But I get it, from being behind the rifle, they do have their purpose.
Now we're going to do some upgrades or some suggestions that might not have any impact on the rifle themselves, but they will the quality of life. So optic selection. This is a big one. If you have an optic and you've shot it a good bit of times, you know, improving the optic might improve how well you can use the firearm. For example, if your setup is meant for long range shooting and you have a 3-9 and you've shot it a lot and you're like, I'm missing out on something here, maybe improving the magnification range or the quality of glass or being able to better see at longer ranges can go a long way. Or, you know, like maybe you've been using a red dot and you should go to a prism, because maybe prisms offer more features that you find desirable.
Or you might like a certain reticle over others, or, you know, going into prism, you might like the primary arms ACS, you might prefer that now, which you've seen it. Or like, say, like you start off really budget and you bought a $100 red dot, and they're like, you know what? I kind of want to go up. I want to go to a Holosun, which you can buy Holosuns for cheap too. But like, you might just want to go up in quality, not necessarily the style of optic, but you might just want to go up in quality now. And since you've been around the block, you've seen a few. Okay, yeah, I want something nicer now.
That's kind of like a duh one, but it is one of those things that does improve. Another thing that might improve how your rifle performs drastically is ammo type. And I think this one we don't harp on enough. A lot of our ammo types that we shoot here on the channel are very standardized, M80, M193, I mean, you know, just basic cartridges. But high quality ammo goes a long way in how well your rifle shoots.
I think it's more than just shooting high quality ammo, because you might have some rifles that don't like
that
certain high quality ammo. Because I remember, like, back in the day when I was working a gun counter, guys come in, I bought such a rifle and I shot, I can't, you know, shoot with a darn. I'm like, well, what'd you put to it? Oh, I just shot, you know, my regular, you know, FMJ 223 stuff to it. I'm like, okay, well, did you shoot any other type? Well, no, well, if it can't shoot this brand right here and this piece of junk. I'm like, well, you know what? Maybe it's meant for a certain different grain or just different brand. Yeah. Like maybe you shoot 5 different kinds of 223, you know, 55 grain ammo, and it likes PMC better than Aguila or whatever. You know, it might like this over that. So
and that's a lot about knowing your rifle. So a lot of that comes down to, you had mentioned grains and weights. That has to do with like twist rate of the barrel, how well your barrel can stabilize different bullets. Having a good understanding of what your setup is, and then translating that into your ammo selection, and then going through a test process of
buy 3 or 4 kinds and
buy different kinds, buy different weights. And all of that impacts how the rifle performs greatly. Because I have rifles that love cheap ammo, and then I have rifles that I'll shoot a 4-inch group with, you know, cheap ammo.
Or I'll have a rifle that I know, okay, if I'm gonna go out and plank it just at 100 yards with the boys after work, I'm gonna shoot the cheap stuff, but I know this is the group I'm gonna get shooting the cheap stuff. Or if I'm gonna take it out and actually like deer hunt with it, or shoot it at a little bit longer range, okay,
I need the
nicer stuff, and I know I'm gonna have this group with it. But you only get that by trying out different ammo, and you know what to expect because of that. So yeah, you're right. That's something not harped on enough.
Yeah, I think it's very important. So all of that to be said, a lot of this stuff comes together and impacts each other. It is a complete system at the end of the day, and having a good basic understanding of how all this stuff works and works together is really important. So like understanding how your gas system works, understanding how it works with the different buffer weights, how a different twist rate barrel will perform with different ammo. Like all of it is important, and it's all important to have a good understanding, because just tweaking something off ever so slightly can impact your rifle a lot, and you might not even know it, like dwell times and gas pressures for accuracy. Just like little stuff goes a long way. So having a good understanding of your rifle, and I would really, really recommend it, that if you were going to be doing any of these changes, especially on your own, that you do have a good understanding. Now, what you could always do is you could always take your rifle to a gunsmith or talk to like Colt and have him help you out, but they will have a good understanding and give you a good recommendation
based on their experience.
Based on their experience and how to achieve your goal. And so all of that is very important, because like I said, it is, all these parts are important in their own, but they all build on a whole piece of a firearm and a whole piece of an AR-15.
And some other things are just kind of like smaller, but stuff you don't really think about quality of life.
Charging handle,
safeties,
see, I don't really view those as like, those are just strictly quality of life.
Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah, it is quality of life. Like if you're gonna run a larger optic, the standard charging handle is gonna be a pain in the butt. Doesn't mean you can't do it, but like, you know, now granted, now you might not need this big of a charging handle if you're just running the red dot up here.
Right.
But it does make it easier for clear malfunction and stuff. Same way with grips. You might like certain grip angles over the other. Or if it's a more like precision setup, you might like a little bit beefier, like Hogue or overmolded grip, or somewhere to rest your thumb on this side. Like that little stuff, does it affect accuracy? No, but it might affect your performance because you're more comfortable.
Yeah.
But you can't, I wouldn't say, oh, put this safety in it, put this grip on it, you're gonna be a better shooter. No,
it's not how it works.
That's not how it works. It just might make you more comfortable when shooting, which could relate to performance.
I couldn't agree more. So Sparky, I think we're gonna wrap it there. You know, let us know in the comments what we missed, what you think is crucial to your AR in terms of performance. What have you seen that works better in performing the accuracy and overall reliability of your firearms? We'd love to know. And we'd also love for you to go check us out on Instagram. There you can find all kinds of cool stuff. Sparky's going to start posting again one day. And I also post a ton of deals on my Instagram stories. So that's where you can find a lot of cool stuff. So head on over there. Give me a follow. Links in the description. Also go check us out on Discord. It's the best place to talk to us, because when you DM me on Instagram, it gets hidden. It's what it is. And I'd love to conversate with you guys. So head on over to our Discord. You can talk to me, Hunter. We can talk about guns. We can talk about cameras. We can talk about video games. I don't care. We really appreciate you guys for watching. Make sure to hit the like and subscribe button, and we'll catch you on the next one. As always, take some outdoors. Peace.
Bye-bye.